Hello, good members. Welcome back to RGT to 1K. We're basically just running back the same machine list from the last video. Just having a lot of fun with it, and doing pretty well. So yeah, just decided to keep it going. I did make one change. I cut the mirror force from the main. I took out the swords on the side to add the mirror force there, and added one ring of destruction to the main because Petty thinks it's an absolute crime to have an RGT deck without ring of destruction in the main, and I kind of agree. Actually, do really like Ring of Destruction. That's a little bit of a non-bow with Cyberstein, but whenever you're trying to just like push all of this like tons and tons of damage at once, I think Ring of Destruction makes quite a bit of sense. So yeah, gonna use that to help OTK to clear some problematic monsters, do Ring of Destruction things. But yeah, this might be a shorter one. I've got like one day between travels this week. It's been wild. I've been like all over in several different states, but yeah, leaving for the GGP in Detroit tomorrow. So we'll see how long it is. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into some matches. All right, here we are with match number one. We are going paper gang into scissors. Let's see if the opponent. All right, I respect the opponent here. Sticking with paper gang, self-care queen. I like that name a lot. What I also like a lot is this hand. Pretty big fan of this. I think what I'm going to do is I'll just leave the Facilier in hand. I think I'm just going to set Ring and Reckless Greed. If the opponent has Heavy Storm, it's not great, but I think it's fine to set both of them. If they do Heavy Storm, like, we lose out on the Ring, it's fine. We get 2 extra draws, and we're already, like, sort of rolled up with Reasoning, Snatch Steal, and a monster. Okay, we're going to get a couple back row from the opponent and a monster. Okay, Metamorphosis is totally fine. We could go into King Dragoon here if we want to, but I don't really think we want to. I could just Reasoning. I don't think I need to do that either. I can just kind of wait for... Giant Trunade, Heavy Storm, something like that, right? Cyberjar? So this is... Okay, this is ruled like a whole bunch of different ways, but I'm not going to respond with the Ring. We're just going to kind of do this. I think the ruling is like they still get the effect. But I know that there was one Worlds where it was ruled where Cyberjar didn't get its effect if DD Warrior Lady banished it and it didn't have anything to destroy, but I'm pretty sure that that was... Oh no. Pretty sure that was overruled. Oh, actual Needleworm? Okay, well I can get behind this. All of these go to my hand, which is just excellent. Pretty happy about this. The opponent has a Book of Taiyu, a Shallow Grave. Why are these not going to my hand? There we go. And a card destruction. So I guess we're going to lose all these cards, right? Okay. If we lose the Needleworm, I'm okay with that. And yep, there's the Book of Moon. No, I'm just gonna Ring in response. Oh, am I supposed to? Oh, they have another book. That's sure, whatever. I'm gonna say maybe I would rather them flip that up. I don't know. Yeah, card destruction. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. Okay. Can I do draw 10? I can. Okay, I think draw 10 is actually the max that you can do. Night Assailant gets back Cyberjar. That's fine. I guess the opponent hasn't summoned this turn, so if they've got another Book of Taiyu over there, that would be pretty good. We know they have a Shallow Grave. It's kind of interesting to see the Needleworm in this deck, though. It's not the usual for sure. Desert Sunlight. Okay. Yeah. Well, we got to do something this turn. And like the sad thing is I really need a giant. I guess I don't need a Giant Trunade, right? These are probably not real traps. I would imagine, but we have to find a way to win here. I guess we do have Cyberstein plus double limiter. Okay. That's pretty good. I think I'm just going to dig for the Trunade. Because, like, I'm kind of dead either way, right? And we'll try to get through the monsters. I only need one heads. So, sure. Let's go ahead and throw down up. Oh, we also have Metamorphosis. Another Stein. That's not it. And I'll flip up this Reckless Greed. Just trying to find that giant Trunade. I've got two left in my deck. There we go. Okay. I can Pot of Greed too. Now, let me check out the graveyard here. What am I even drawing to? Like, the Megamorphs are gone. I'm drawing to third limiter removal. Okay, no. Third limiter removal's here. Okay, so I don't think I need to use the Pot of Greed, but I will go ahead and Giant Trunade. And yeah, the Upstart Goblin didn't take us out of range where Gatling Dragon will kill here, so Book of Moon is fine. Not too worried about that. All right, and we will slam down this Cyberstein. Go get our nice little Gatling Dragon here. And yeah, so 1, 2, or 3 heads wins. I just need to not hit 0. All right, we got the heads in the first one. We don't have to sweat it. Yeah, get that out of here too. Play down limiter removal. Limiter removal. This goes up to 10,400. This goes up to 28. All right, we're going to pick up game 1 against Empty Jar with Needleworm. Love it, but what do I do? I guess I could side in the spell cancelers. That probably wins the game, right? If it hits. They would have to, like, naturally draw Cyberjar. I feel like Vortex is pretty bad. Metamorphosis is pretty good here, actually. Am I supposed to bring in Mind Control? Maybe. And Ring of Destruction is actually pretty decent here. Leaving the Megamorph, leaving the Trunades, all that good stuff, I think. Maybe I could shave one Trunade. I don't hate that. And then I kind of don't want to cut any of my monsters. Maybe I just bring in like one spell. I feel like I win the game, right? If I drop the spell cancel, maybe I just cut one of the Trunades? 2 of the Trunades here? I could cut Snatch. I don't hate that. Bring in like the Mind Control over the Snatch. Okay. Sure. We'll try that. I have no idea if this is correct, but it feels like Spell Canceller would be very, very good here, right? All right, this hand, not ideal. But it's pretty good against the opponent, just setting 3. Oh, a nice little reasoning here. Okay. Well, I mean, if we hit Stein, we win. God, I love this deck so much. All right, let's throw down the Heavy Storm. Spell Shield type 8. All right. All right, well, I think I'm just going to go for it. Throw down Reasoning. I could tribute for Jinzo if I want. But they're going to call 7. All right. We do have 2 7s in the deck. All right, they got it. Good on you, opponent. I'll set Ring, I'll set Scapegoat, and I'll pass the turn. Really not much I could have done there, right? They called the Reasoning correctly. They had Spell Shield for my Heavy Storm. Yeah, I think I think they just kind of got us on that turn. But they Jar of Greed into Graceful Charity, which is pretty good here. And well, I guess we'll seeing the Spell Shield type 8. I still feel like Spell Canceller is just going to be really good in the matchup, right? I don't think I'm off base on that. Now we set Needleworm and pass. Do I want to activate Scapegoat? I think no. Prima. Okay. That gets us Facilier that we can tribute off for Jinzo, which is actually pretty decent here. Seeing that the opponent has like Jar of Greed, Spell Shield stuff, maybe, you know, Desert Sunlight, all that stuff. So, and it just gives us something that we're doing, right? So I like that. Yeah, Desert Sunlight now, that's fine. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Prima stays. Do I want to tribute for Jinzo? Because, like, I do have this Ring of Destruction. And, like, if the opponent starts doing Book of Taiyu, Book of Moon stuff, it could help out, potentially. If I attack into a trap, it feels so bad. But I do value the Ring of Destruction. I think I'm just going to attack. Book of Moon, that's fine. I don't really care about that. On the Needleworm, sure. That's totally fine with me. Get that out of here. Definitely not going to ring there, but like, say the opponent has like a Morphing Jar loop sort of thing going, I would want to... I would want to interact there with the Ring of Destruction. There's also like the chance the opponent could have Mystic Tomato, something like that, to try to get in their Cyber Jar. Oh. Monster Gate, though. I mean, I've got the Megamorph. Once Stein's already gone, I think I'm just okay attacking with Facilier. If something happens to it, like the opponent has a Mirror Force or something now, I've got this Scapegoat to activate. I can use that for Monster Gate. Ugh. We have Gravity Bind over there. Okay. I'm not going to summon Jinzo right now. I don't think there's a need to do that, but now on the next turn, and like I especially want the opponent to think that they're safe behind this Gravity Bind. Yeah, so like now I could summon out Jinzo, and I think I flip up Scapegoat here, because I can Jinzo plus Monster Gate. Yeah, it's pretty good. These are times that I wish I still had the United We Stand in the deck. Alright, another Scapegoat's not ideal, but yeah, I mean, I'm fine with just summoning out Jinzo here, right? And hope Monster Gate doesn't hit Stein? Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Let's see what we get off of these mills here. D-Mock? Alright. That's pretty good. What do we want to get off of the D-Mock? I guess just Monster Gate? Because now... Megamorph... Say that's a Book of Moon. I think I just want to get another Monster Gate, right? I guess we're going into Stein or Blowback Dragon? Stein would not be very good. Maybe I just go, like, Graceful Charity here? What am I looking for off of the Graceful Charity? Because, like, I've already got 56 plus 24. I have Lethal here. So maybe I just get, right? 56. Well, I guess the opponent's not going to wait for the decision. But what I was looking for was my Giant Trunade. So what I was going to do, get the Giant Trunade back, use the Giant Trunade just to make sure that everything's good. And then assuming the opponent doesn't have a Book of Moon here, I just Megamorph the Dark Magician of Chaos, attack with it first. So we deal 5,600, the opponent goes to 24, and then we attack with Jinzo. So yeah, unless this was a Book of Moon here, we were going to win this game right here, and you know, odds I don't think it was the Book of Moon, especially since the opponent left. But you know, we're gonna pick up this first match. Pretty cool to play against. I don't know if I'll kick it. It is Empty Jar, but it's just playing Needleworm, which is a little unusual in the deck. We're playing Spell Shield, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna pick up the first match here against Empty Jar. Pretty nice to play against another combo deck, get some of that action going. But yeah, let's go ahead and grab another one. All right, second match here. Let's see if we can run back a nice little win. I wouldn't count that one as like a half of a match, because we were literally about to win that turn whenever the opponent left. I think they just kind of didn't want to didn't want to put up with me trying to make my decision with Demock whenever they were in a bad spot. But yeah, nice little hand here. I'm just going to go ahead and lead on the Graceful Charity. Draw the Demock, which is not ideal. But I think we just toss that onto the graveyard here. Maybe we draw into our Call of the Haunted or our Premature Burial. And, ooh, man, like all of these cards are good. I could just ditch the Blowback Dragon, because I like all of these. Sure, just get rid of the Blowback, and I'm going to set Scapegoat and set Jar of Greed and pass the turn here. We've got a lot that we can do. Like, we have meta with the Scapegoat, obviously. We have Reasoning. We have Monster Gate with the Scapegoat as well. Jar of Greed's going to find us some more cards. Of course, we have the ever-present and ever desired Giant Trunade here. Very much appreciate its services. Gain 1,000 from this upstart. Sounds good to me. What else we got, opponent? I don't know if, like... Well, I mean, the deck is good. There's a reason that RGT is prepared for and often played in tournaments and stuff. But it feels like it's been a little bit like smoother, more consistent. I like haven't been playing the more memey versions of the deck, that's for sure. So maybe that has a little bit to do with it as well. But opponent's setting a monster, setting a couple back row. I mean, I could give that a good suck with a tear, right? You know, let's just go ahead and flip up Scapegoat. And then we'll see what we want to do after we see our next couple of cards. Reckless Greed. Okay. That's a good one. See if this jar works out. Okay. Snatch Steal's pretty good here, too. I think I might just meta for Tear. See what the opponent has. If they have some way to interact with that, that's totally fine. I've got Reasoning plus Monster Gate here. I'm not in any world of hurt by any means. But just taking out this face down, like next turn I can Monster Gate it off or something. I think this is totally fine. Just get this out of the way. It is a Sangan. Alright, well that's not the ideal monster to suck, that is for sure. But, yeah. I'm just going to pass here, especially with the Reckless Greed. I don't think I need to go all in this turn. Okay, well, Reckless Greed. Getting out of here, but I still feel like I just didn't need to go all in that turn. We'll see what we draw. Because, like, I can't really do anything with a Stein unless I hit it off of Monster Gate, but even then, like, Stein's not winning the game right now. So, see what happens here. Would love to draw into, I don't know, like Megamorph would be really good. Limiter would be totally fine as well. See what happens. Just a monster from the opponent, okay. And a Jar of Greed. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to let that monster chill. I think I'm just going to set my Jar of Greed and pass the turn. I'm basically just drawing until I get to a point where I can pretty much just like almost guaranteed win the game. Because I've already got my Giant Trunade. Heavy Storm. Okay, well, that's fine with me. I'll get a draw for this Jar of Greed. Oh, see, there's the Megamorph. Okay, the opponent does get the Sangan effect. That is a-okay. See what they grab here. Maybe like a Tsukuyomi or something? I would be very okay with that as well. Unfortunately, our life total is actually higher right now because of the Upstart Goblin, but if we hit Cyberstein, of course, Master of Oz plus Megamorph, that tends to do it. But we have right now, yeah, Tsukuyomis, that's fine. We can hit Facilier, Cyberstein, Jinzo. Okay. Yep, Thousand Eyes Restrict, face down. Cool. And Spy. That's fine. It's pretty good for the opponent. Just that they get to clear all of this, but like now Snatch Steal takes Spy, and I can crash those or whatever, and just clear the field. So we'll see what happens off of this Reasoning and Monster Gate here. Opponent's not even gonna set a back row, so I don't even have to worry about using the Giant Trunade. Hopefully we hit a Stein. Stein would be excellent. Taking a look at my graveyard. Now, no lights in there. We don't play the BLS anyway. Oh, meta. Okay. Meta's not bad, but I'm just gonna slam down this reasoning. See what happens with it first. And then I can do the old Monster Gate shenanigans if I really need to. What are we calling, opponent? 8's already gone. 4? No 4s in the deck. Alright. 2. Give me that Cyberstein action. Any Cybersteins, please? Yes, alright. We are going to be taking this game. Feel pretty good about that. Pay the old 5,000. Go grab Master of Oz. And I'm going to Monster Gate. I don't really need to give the opponent any more information. Like, I know Kuhb a thing, and I've played around it before, but Kuhb's not going to be in the main deck. That's, like, strictly a side deck card. So I don't want to give my opponent any more information on my deck when, yeah, I can just do this and have a guaranteed win here. But it looks like Turbo. So let's bring in our Mind Control. Is that it? Might be able to bring in the Royal Decrees if I think they're going to be bringing in, like, Judgments and stuff. That's totally true. And cut the Lightning Vortex. No. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to bring in the Mind Control and call it a day. I think I want to keep in all my Jar of Greeds over Royal Decree. Now, if the opponent shows us a bunch of traps, and that they've made like some big changes or whatever, then sure, I'll reevaluate the Royal Decrees. But yeah, for now, I think I'm just going to let them chill on the board and try to take down this game 2 here without them. The Jar of Greeds are very, very good, of course, and the Reckless Greed is good. So I don't want to be cutting these when I don't know if the Reckless Greeds are even going to have a giant impact. So that's kind of the reasoning there. But here is game 2. Hopefully it goes just as swimmingly. This hand's pretty good. Mind Control, a little bit of a non-bow with Monster Gate and meta, but, you know, still a good card. Opponent's going to grab some Thunder Dragons. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're searching around for that second one. Hopefully it's not in there. The opponent just registered 2 Thunder Dragons, or they sided one out. That's not too much to ask, right? The opponent to side out a Thunder Dragon. There it is. All right. 2 Thunder Dragons. Do we have the Graceful Charity to follow up? I'm going to face down monster. And just the old T-set pass. Facilier. Okay, well, that goes pretty well with Monster Gate here. Do I want to Mind Control the first monster? Kinda. Just to see what's up. I don't think I want to do anything too drastic here. I'll Mind Control. We'll see what's going on here. If it's a Sangin or a Serpent, you got me. It is a Spy. Okay, well, at least... yeah, I don't think I'm going to summon the Facilier. I could go into, like, King Dragoon here. King Dragoon's pretty good. I don't hate it. If it's Mirror Force or Torrential, though, then I kind of lose out on everything that I've got. I could Giant Trunade. I don't think I really want to do that. Yeah, I'll flip up the Spy. Damn. Outside of Torrential and Mirror Force, though, I'm going to be greedy. I'm going to be greedy. I've got a game to play with. See if this works out. Just going to go into the old King Dragoon. Hope it works out. I've got Reckless Greed chilling. The opponent has all of a sudden just stopped communicating. That's fine as well. Even though this is one where, like, I really need them to. There we go. Maybe they're just lagging. But let's go ahead and attack. Right into Mirror Force. See if this works out. Don't want to go into Last Warrior here. I don't really think that one makes a whole lot of sense. But King Dragoon could be pretty good here. All right, the attack does go through. That's pretty nice. I'm going to set the Reckless Greed. Give them the Spy back. So we know about Double Thunder Dragon in hand. They've got 4 others. They don't have a Dark just yet. Of course, they could crash the Spy or whatever. All right, just set another monster and a back row. Okay. And Upstart. All right. I don't hate Upstart here. Just see some more cards. Sounds good to me. I don't want to Monster Gate this off, obviously. Let's just slam down this Upstart Goblin here. Opponent's going to go back up to 6,600, but I don't really think that's a big a deal. Fusilier. Okay. That could get me into something else. I could Trunade here. If I hit Cyberstein, things are fantastic. I can summon out Gatling Dragon. I can do some big stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to flip the Reckless Greed. Yeah, I think now's a fine time. Oh, they're thinking about it. Okay. Yeah, nice little Solemn Judgment over there. Oh, Reasoning and Heavy Storm. All right, I'm down. Let's, yeah. Sounds good to me. I'm going to lead on the Heavy Storm, keep Giant Trunade around in case, like, I find a Prima or something later, but Book of Moon. All right, that's going to hit the Spy. Well, I got kind of dumpstered, right? Interesting. So I guess they could have just been posturing. But, yeah, let's throw down this Reasoning. We've got 2 shots to hit Cyberstein here. And seeing the Cyberstein, they might be coaxed into calling 2. I could call 8. They're probably not going to call 4 again. They do call 2. Okay. Yeah, Cyberstein's kind of a nightmare for him here. So hopefully we hit Demock now. Being a little aggressive this game. All right, we do hit the Cyberstein, just kind of unfortunate. This is Spy. We don't know what this is. I think I'm just going to try for the other Stein here. Because my options are Blowback, which is very good. Jinzo, which is fine. Stein, which is very good. Demock, which is very good. So, sure. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Most of our hits here are quite excellent. Stein probably being the best if we can flip 2 heads off of the Gatling Dragon. Oh, Demock. Demock also very, very good. Do we have Prima? We do have Prima in the graveyard. Okay. Is that what we want to get? Probably. Just get back our Stein. Just make sure. Like, Mind Control is fine, but I kind of just want to go for game here. Yeah, let's get back the Premature Burial. Oh, we have Trunade as well. Yeah. Yeah, we're looking pretty darn good here. All right, grab back Cyberstein. Declare. Pay the 5K. Let's go grab our nice little old Gatling Dragon here, just making sure that's what I want. Yep, sure is. All right, we'll declare the effect of this. And let's flip some heads. 1. No? Okay. How about one more? Yeah, let's go. We got him. Gatling Dragon has been so good for me recently. Yes. All right, we're picking up another 2-0 here. I know this video is a little bit short, but I am going to have to call it there. Again, my apologies for some of these videos being a day late. I am going to be getting you 3 episodes every single week without fail. I will do that. You all are paying me money specifically for these videos. I've just been incredibly busy. I've been, out of state the last week or so. But traveling's coming to an end. I'm going to be getting you all these videos. Yeah, I'm not gonna go a week without uploading at least 3 of the RGT to 1K videos. But once again, very thankful for you all who have paid for the membership for this month. We're actually coming up on, I think, Friday's episode will be episode 12, which will be a full month of these uploads. So if you all choose to stick around after a month, that's awesome. Very much appreciative of that. If you don't, hey, that's fine too. This whatever you all decide to do, you all have free will. Um, but I do I do feel the need to definitely say thank you all. As much as I can, because I absolutely appreciate this. Everything that I get to do on this YouTube channel has been awesome. It's just been a good time, and I've been very much enjoying this series, and I'm glad I decided to do it. I'm glad you all are here, but yeah, like I said, you all aren't here to hear me rambling, even if I'm talking about you. Yeah, that's gonna be the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, we'll be back with the next one.